we got to do this one, haven't we? From Matty, not a
Oh,
championship-related one, but I wondered what both your thoughts on Stansfield's transfer to Blues are. I will go first, Sam, and see whether you agree with me that is the most newsworthy deal in the entire window in English football. Utterly, utterly incredible. I'm hearing like 15 million pounds, which is just a staggering amount of money from a League One team. I went on the Birmingham Press. I can't remember the newspaper. Someone was saying with Brian Dick, the writer for whatever the newspaper is in Birmingham, and kind of asked him off the air, how aggressive are they going to be? And he went, very aggressive from what is understood. And, you kind of take it with a pinch of salt, don't you? And everyone kind of hypes it up a little bit, even the journalists. But, man, I thought, look, if they'd got Stansfield for 6 million, I would have been, that's outrageous. That's giant money for League One. And I'm not making any judgment on, what that means for the league and, PSR and spreading the money out over a huge, long contract as well. So, I've been on the other end of it, hearing from Morecambe fans and Cheltenham fans about Ipswich having way more money than everybody else. And we were very lucky, Sam, in our job down at ITV. We got to see some of the numbers pertaining to that. And yeah, it was staggering, but just an insane, statement of intent from Knighthead Capital. And he's got to bang the goals in now, hasn't he, Sam? Incredible.
Yeah, there'll be a bit of pressure on him. I don't think he looks like the type to be affected by that. He looks like a real strong character, competitive nature. Interesting, because I was obviously all over Fulham leading into that Ipswich-Fulham game at the weekend that I worked on. And, unanimously wishing him well, the fans. But I think, deep down, gutted to see him go. I think he could have probably had an effect for them this season, and so much so he scored in the week at Birmingham for Fulham, a brilliantly taken goal. So he's done, I think, everything in his power, really, if I think back to when I was a young player, to get a better opportunity in the Premier League. So it's sad, I think, to see him leave for League One when clearly, like Raksaki, for example, he would be right up there in terms of a loan player you get at a championship club going for the title, unquestionably. So I understand he's got a rapport with the supporters. I understand that Birmingham's a big club and the potential is enormous.
Yeah, he's expected to be playing in the Championship with Birmingham next season and challenging. I guess that's what they've sold to him.
He'll expect to be in the Premier League with Birmingham in time and probably be able to walk on water because he's been there since from day dot. So I understand it. And listen, he's going to be taken care of, let's say, in terms of his financial package. I'm absolutely sure of that. And maybe they could afford to spend a little bit of an inflated amount of money on him, considering they got Dykes for peanuts. Old Dykesy going off to Birmingham as well, Lyndon Dykes.
Well, that just gets lost in the shuffle. And we've spoken about this a lot, Sam, haven't we? About the fact that with the hard P&S limit in the Championship and owner investment quote is far more allowed in League One, isn't it? And all Birmingham fans are saying to me as an Ipswich fan, well, if you can get a rolling start in League One, you actually spend more money. And a few of the guys in the comments are saying, does this need looking at in terms of, being able to, and this is not Birmingham's fault or Ipswich's fault per se. This is the rules as they're written, but it's almost a bit backwards, Sam, that you can push that. Birmingham couldn't really do that deal or it'd be a bigger risk to do that deal in the Championship than in League One, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my strong suit, mate. You can replay what I say to you previously when we talk about the finances. But it does seem bizarre, the amount of money that they've parted with here. So, yeah, I'm not exactly across it, mate. But, good luck to them. I think, for a club that has been in the doldrums, and, having visited St Andrews a few times over the last few years. And, of course, there's a certain degree of charm about an old stadium that's fallen down. I think it has been neglected, and the football has been dour for so long that to have positivity coming out of there, even albeit in the third tier, is nice, I think, for all neutrals other than Aston Villa fans, and most welcome. So, listen, as long as they stay within the regulations, whatever they are in the third tier, if any, then you can't have too many complaints if they're doing things right. And it seems that Stansfield wants to be part of it, and again, second mention on a podcast where he's actually not that relevant, but Paul Mullen again went to Wrexham and everyone questioned him, didn't they? Everyone questioned his motivation for it, blah, 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 blah. And he went there and they've got a good chance of being in the Championship next season. And Paul Mullen probably wouldn't have got in the Championship without having gone and joined Wrexham back then. So we'll see what happens.